Okay, this is a follow-up video to the bolts breaking in the disc brake kit that I had purchased. And I want to point out a few things here. So these are the original bolts from the first video that broke. This one here was sitting there. The car hadn't been driven in a couple of days. And I just happened to be walking past the back of the car and I heard it pop and land on the ground. These bolts came from Fastenal. They all came out of the same bin, bolts and the washers, and you can see the washers all have a marking on them. And the nuts, they all have a marking on them too, every one of them. You can see there's a little marking right there. But the bolts, interestingly, this one has letters on the head, and these don't. So I got 6 bolts. 3 of them are already in our test caliper bracket because we're going to do some torque testing. And if you look at the color difference even, these are the 2 that have markings on the head, and these are the 2 that don't. And there's even a color difference in the plating. Turn one of those each around, put them next to each other. Another notable difference is the bolts that came with the brake kit. Do you see the kind of beveled edge on the head of the bolt there? This is the Fastenal with the lettering. And let's put them next to each other so you can see what I'm talking about. See how this is beveled pretty good on this corner, on the edges? And even the head of this bolt looks a little thinner. Let me set those down. So you can see that this bolt head looks thicker than that one because of the beveled edge, which ironically, on this broken off one, the beveled edge, there's a circle. You can see this circle all the way around this bevel matches this weird circle thing. And then the ones that don't have the markings, these are also Fastenal. They literally came out of the same bin because I grabbed them myself. They don't have the beveled head either, but they also don't have lettering. So we got the original kit bolts. We got Fastenal with lettering, and we have Fastenal with no lettering. In this bracket, we have original kit bolt, we have Fastenal, no lettering, and Fastenal with lettering. I was gonna try to measure these. I was gonna try to do a before and after measurement, but the problem is the bolts are kind of, see the concave here? So you can't really get the mic on there and get an accurate, and then you got the lines and the lettering. And I tried to accurately measure, and it's just not going to happen. If there was a way, maybe if I surface ground this part of it perfectly flat. So I think we're just going to do a torque test and see what happens. Maybe we'll torque some of these to total failure and see if they break or if they just stretch or if the threads strip or what. But this is absolutely unacceptable, what happened to these original kit bolts. This is kind of a simulation. There's a square flange on the end of the rear end housing that this bracket would be bolted to. These are shims, different shims, so that if you need to space this bracket in relation to the rotor, you can do that. So I'm just gonna use the shims to kind of simulate what would have been the backing plate since we don't have the rear end housing bolt to. Just use this to spin these on because they're the nylock thread, and it would have taken me forever to do it by hand, so they're not tightened with this. I have the torque wrench set at 35 right now, which is pretty reasonable, I think, for a 3/8 grade 8. And this is the original kit bolt, and I got the camera positioned hopefully so that if something squirrely happens, you'll be able to see it on camera. Hopefully I can hold this bracket back. It feels like it's going to break. I don't think it's going to hit 35 even. Yeah, there's no way. That feels terrible. Oh, I'm shocked. I am shocked that that torqued. That literally felt like it was given. Okay, so that was the original kit bolt. This is the Fastenal without the markings. I don't know if you saw how much easier and faster that just torqued up. This thing turned a bunch of times and it just felt like the bolt was stretching. And then this is the Fastenal with the markings. And that one torqued up super easy too. That was scary. Go a little higher on the torque. What do you say we go to 50? but we're at 50 now. And I will be shocked. Yeah, these are counterfeit bolts at best. Whatever the heck they are, they sure are not grade 8. But let's see if we can get something really squirrely to happen on camera. Hopefully my torque wrench doesn't go flying out of my hand. Yeah, it's just stretching the bolt. Okay, it's at 50. But watch how easy these other two hit 50. No, that one's not very happy either. So this is the one without the head markings. And this is the one with the head markings. Well, let me back up. They all have the grade 8 head markings, but this one has lettering as well. And that one felt way stronger. Torqued up very easily. Not near as good. Terrible. So original kit bolt, Fastenal with no lettering, and Fastenal with head lettering. So this is telling. You think you're getting good stuff, and again, you better check, because I got 6 bolts from Fastenal. They all came out of the same bin, and you can see that 3 of them, they have the grade 8 markings, but no lettering, and these 3 have the lettering. It seems to me anyway, so far, just going by feel, that head marked with lettering hit the torque easy. It didn't feel like it was stretching the bolt or like anything was ready to totally grenade. So we're gonna go to 60 now. Yeah, I don't think it's going to. I think it's just stretching the bolt. Oh, there it goes. This is the Fastenal with no lettering. So we're going to see if this one will hit 60. And I can tell it's going to. And then this is the Fastenal with the head lettering. And I'll bet this one hits 60 pretty easy. Yep. And it doesn't feel like that bolt has given at all. Let's see if we can get this to break. See if we can get 10 more pounds out of that. So now we're at 70. And boy, if this thing goes to 70, I'll be shocked. I'm hoping it doesn't break. Let's see what it goes to. Okay, I'm not going to hit the 70 yet, because it feels like it's yielded. It hasn't gotten any longer from the last measurement. So let's see if we can get 70 foot-pounds on it. Hopefully I don't kill myself when this thing snaps, which is probably what it's going to do. Hopefully it doesn't snap in my mic. So it was 50.28. It's still 50.28. Maybe it's not getting longer. If it isn't getting longer, it's not torquing either. Yeah, I think we just found its limit. I think the bolt stripped. In fact, I'm pretty sure it did. Yeah, it's stripped. All right, so we just lost the threads on that one. And also keep in mind, this is not the kit nut. This is a grade 8 nut, because the nuts they gave us were these silver ones, not grade 8, but that just stripped. So let's see if this one will hit 70. Oh yeah, it's going to. It's hard to hold it. Yep, that hit 70 and did not feel like it yielded at all. And this one's going to do it too. Yep, those are 70, which is way more than you'd ever want to tighten those two. That's like tightening a rod bolt. To summarize, this is Fastenal grade 8 marked with lettering on the head. This bolt right here, and all the center one is Fastenal grade 8 with no lettering on the head. This one here is the original kit bolt that broke. So we got grade 8. We got this weird little bevel on the head, and then we got this weird little circle, almost like machined into the bolt right here. And it broke right at the thread on that one. It was actually installed on a car, and this head popped off. So one broke on each side. There's only 3 bolts holding each bracket on, so if 2 broke on the same side. Anyway, I'm pretty sure this one's stripped. In fact, I don't know if this little screw gun has enough torque to get this off. Yeah, that wasn't happy coming off because it stripped did the nut strip or the bolt strip. It's hot. You can see what it did. It just started eating the threads. It couldn't handle it. So maybe that one wasn't as brittle, it was just soft. These two are, yeah, and interestingly, the screw gun won't loosen these. This original kit bolt did torque at 60, but it took way more turns each time than these other 2 bolts did. These did it in one stroke of the wrench. I didn't have to grab another, few clicks and push a second time, but this one took like 3 strokes of the wrench every time to get it to click up to the next torque setting. And 60 was it, and then 70, I felt it give. I felt the threads give. So these are torqued to more than this will loosen, and I guarantee the threads are still good on this one as well. The torque wrench and get it off. Hopefully I can, break it loose reasonably. So apparently the marked head with the lettering versus not marked head, who knows where those came from. The unmarked, it just makes it so there's no accountability. So we have no way to ID who manufactured those. But the threads on these look perfect. So let's compare. So here's the kit bolt. And you can see the gold plating is all gone off the threads. The Fastenal with no lettering. It looks like it's never even been used as far as the condition of the thread or damage to the thread. And then the third bolt, let me get that off there, but I'll bet its threads are still good as well. Looks pretty good. I mean, you can see it's changed the color of it a little bit, but it doesn't look stretched at all, and the threads look perfect. We never used to have to worry about this stuff. We just pulled the bolts out, put them to their torque, and call it good. This was never ever an issue, and at least not that I can ever remember. I don't ever remember tightening a bolt and having it either snap off when you tighten it. And like I said, these didn't break when I tightened them. That's the frightening thing. They broke 3 days later. And this one right here, once I realized the one had broken when I walked past the car, and I actually heard this one snap. So that's what alerted me. This one I was checking to see how tight they were, and I was loosening this one, and the head snapped off. So I wasn't even trying to tighten that one anymore. It was actually being loosened. I just had a hand wrench on all of these when I tightened them. So no impact gun. I always tighten by hand, especially on a critical bracket, because I want to be able to feel. Sometimes when you're sandwiching a bunch of stuff together, you might feel like you're tight, and you keep tightening, and then it finally flattens and bottoms. See how there's a little gap in there? You keep tightening until that gap's gone, and then you get your true torque. So I always tighten by hand to make sure that I'm not sandwiching layers and get a false torque and realize that I still have a gap. I do it so that I can feel that the gaps are all gone, and now I'm getting a true torque on whatever I'm tightening.